Partindo aqui diretamente da onde a gente parou no último vídeo, acho que os filhos de Cain levaram a gente pra fora da esfera negra, né? Ah, eu vi essa cena. Infelizmente eu não pude escapar dessa cutscene na internet.
We, the sons of Caledon, must honor our guests with the finest funeral.
Caledon.
Lighter, you will be carrying the coffin.
That's a heavy responsibility.
We'll need to keep the hearse driving steady. Piper.
Got it. I'll make sure.
A carinha da Burnice, mó alegre.
Of course, you'll be handling the cremation.
You got it. Just gotta burn everything to ashes and misery.
Lucy. Lucy?
Can you all stop goofing around?
Don't be upset. It's not every day we get to have fun with the cremation ceremony.
You don't have fun at our guest's expense. Burnice, put away the flamethrower now. You guys are driving me nuts.
Val, how are you feeling? Are you hurt?
Sorry. We got a little carried away. Welcome to the outer ring. May you rise from the ashes.
A Burnice é muito alegre, velho. Eu amo essa personagem.
Fathan! Who would have thought you'd both end up here all because of an accident? Must have scared you back then, huh? Relax! You two and Billy are thick as thieves, so that makes us friends.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Time for a formal introduction. We're the Sons of Caledon, a biker gang from the Outer Ring. I'm the current boss, Caesar. Billy should have already told you why we invited you. The Sons of Caledon need a favor.
Caesar. Tem que lembrar de pronunciar certo isso aí. Ou não, né? Foda-se se eu estiver pronunciando errado.
As for Perlman, his airship crashed here in the Outer Ring during landing. He's lucky to be alive, but he's badly injured and hasn't woken up yet.
Ah, ele tá aqui?
What? You mean you have Perlman?
Yeah. Wait, didn't Lucy tell you? Don't worry, we'll make sure he heals up. And once he's awake, we'll hand him over to you.
Wait, Caesar, are you stupid? Negotiations haven't even started, and you already handed over such an important bargaining chip?
É, bem que eu imaginei que elas queriam negociar o Perman.
Negotiations? Bargaining chip?
Ô... Lucy, você é algum tipo de vice-líder ou alguma coisa assim? Que esse seu autoritarismo...
Lucy, again with the pettiness. This kind of manipulation and leveraging? That's not very overlordy.
Easy for you to say. I worked my butt off to keep this info under wraps just for today. If we can't strike a deal with Fathan, where do you expect me to find...
The Tour d'Inferno is our business. I never planned to count on anyone else. Don't worry, Proxy. You coming to the Outer Ring is a sign of respect. Even if you don't agree to help us, I won't go back on my word about Perlman.
Obrigado, Kaiser. Caesar.
We appreciate your kindness. But as they say, no work, no reward.
Wise is right. Actually, we only came today hoping to get a bit of information on Perlman. We could since you've been so honest with us. We'll do everything we can.
Straight to the point! I like it! Can you relax a little now, Lucy?
Thanks, Fathan. Your willingness to help will be huge for us. So, you need a proxy for this Tour d'Inferno you mentioned, right? What is it?
The Tour d'Inferno is the biggest event in the old oil field. Only the strongest squads of bikers can compete. It's a test in the hollows to find out who's the best.
Caesar, there's no way they'll get it when you put it like that. Let me explain. Simply put, the Tour d'Inferno is an off-road motorbike race that crosses through a hollow.
A gente vai pilotar uma moto?
Only 2 teams compete, and the rules are simple. The first team to cross the hollow, reach the finish point at Cinderglow Lake, and throw a spark stone into the lake wins.
I never knew you held such dangerous races here in the Outer Ring.
Proxy, holding the Tord Inferno isn't just for the thrill of it. It's also a way to regularly ensure the safety of our oil resources in the form of a race. After all, oil is the lifeblood of the old oil field. Naturally, for us biker gangs, the Tord Inferno also serves another purpose. The winner of the race becomes overlord of the old oil field motor league.
That's right, Phaethon. The Overlord is recognized as the top dog of the Motor League. The current Overlord's faction is called the Vanquishers, and their boss held the title for years. I've been itching to challenge him for a while now.
Ah, são os doidão lá. Ah, então eles estavam querendo que a gente caísse lá, pra não dizer outra coisa, pra que a gente não ajudasse vocês no tour.
I see. Lofty aspirations.
Oh, Caesar, if all you think about is shallow stuff like that, it won't be long before the sons of Caledon are mine.
É bem arrogante, hein, Lucy?
People are gunning for the Overlord spot for more than just becoming the top dog. We're not some school kids hooked on fighting manga. The future of the oil industry in the old oil field relies on the support of the Motor League, in every sense of the word. And as the leader of the Motor League, the Overlord is in charge of assigning transport routes. That means they hold real, tangible power. For the past 6 months, the Vanquishers have only given us the worst routes. They're definitely messing with us behind our backs. But when I went to confront them, that smug second-in-command Lucius just said the Overlord isn't in the old oil field right now, and the routes are decided at random.
Speaking of the Overlord, he hasn't been seen for half a year. Who knows what he's been doing? But Lucy, what are you afraid of? Even if the routes aren't great, with our skills, it's nothing we can't handle. Besides, you're just mad because there's nowhere to buy makeup and snacks on these routes.
Shut up, Caesar! Didn't we agree you wouldn't criticize me in front of guests?
What? You call that criticism? It's the truth. And you're the one who's always calling me an idiot. You think I don't have any self-respect?
You ruin one's
Agora que eu vi que ela tem
plans each time you
uma-
open your mouth and expect me to praise you?
Essa parada aqui escrito aqui.
Yeah. Lady Lucy Montefiore, I ruined your plans. Are you forgetting who's the one who was so excited about meeting the legendary proxies that she couldn't sleep all night?
Enough, Caesar! I challenge you to a duel! Today's the day for the Sons of Caledon to change hands!
Bring it on! Then we'll see who's scared. Lighter! Come here and be the judge!
Are they gonna be okay?
Well, it's fine, Proxy. Don't worry. This is a 2 or 3 times a day kind of thing.
Yeah, it's no big deal. Just don't
Linda
get roped into being the
maravilhosa.
referee, or you might end up on the wrong side of both of them.
Anyway, Proxies, it's great to have your help with the Tour de Inferno. Let's give it our best shot.
Caraca, Piper, que olheiras são essas? Ou isso é maquiagem? Sobre o Perman. por que vocês deixaram ele assim, tipo... ele falou que tinha informações, então... Mas é estranho vocês simplesmente acreditarem que ele tem informações, sabe sei lá o que, e não entregarem ele direto pro DSP. E quanto a Caesar e Lucy? Espero que elas se resolvam logo. Chilobrasa. Finalmente desbloqueamos a nova região. Deixa eu ver o lugar. Olha o caminhão deles. Dá pra vir aqui? É um bar! Ah, é o bar do trailer da burnice. É aqui que ela trabalha? Um mendigo.
Morning. Did you sleep well? You were exhausted yesterday, right? As soon as your head hit the pillow, you were out like a light.
Billy, where's Wise? I haven't seen him.
Oh, I just took him back to your store.
Caraca, em uma noite?
The other manager and
Não deve ser muito
decided
longe
they're
daqui,
gonna move
então.
some of the equipment into your car and set up a mobile proxy workshop.
Oficina proxy móvel. Ah, então ele vai modificar o carro pra gente poder vir aqui sempre que quiser? Ah, não, querem trazer o weapon pra cá.
You mean moving the HDD equipment out here?
Right. The other manager said working in the city would make communication difficult. Plus, smart devices are few and far between in the Outer Ring, and long-range data transmission could slow us down.
Oh, morning, Proxy. You're awake. Billy's right. You'll be more efficient working from here in the Outer Ring. Don't worry. We'll take care of the power and network connection. Even in the Outer Ring, you'll be, walking on thin ice.
She probably meant we'll take to it like a fish to water.
By the way, before the equipment arrives, let me take you to Blazewood and introduce you to the townsfolk. Lucy said you might not be used to roughing it with us, so I got the mayor to prepare a place for you.
Oh, he shouldn't have.
It's no problem. After we get back from town, go talk to Lucy and the others. I heard from your brother that you need to collect some holo data before the race. Lucy and the gang are also preparing for the Tour d'Inferno. You should be able to help each other out.
Nem ferrando que tu tá aqui. Todo lugar precisa de uma lixeira, claro, claro.
Casa! I brought the proxy to say hi.
Adorei o seu design, moça.
Oh, Caesar. So this is the proxy from the city? Guess folks from New Eridu start working young. Just...
Caesar, who's this young lady?
Você fala como se fosse velha, Bel.
Young lady? You city folks talk funny. I'm Casa, the mayor of Blazewood. The Sons of Caledon have taken good care of our town.
É a
So if you need
prefeita.
anything, just let me know. You can stay in the house behind me tonight. Sorry, it's still got some stuff that hasn't been moved out, but I'll get someone to clean it up.
Hey, Casa, I noticed a lot of people in town making these woven items.
We don't have a choice. The pipeline to town still isn't fixed. Without a gas station, all we can do is make hay. Luckily, we got a big order recently. And with the Tour d'Inferno coming up, the sunflints are selling like hotcakes.
What's a sunflint?
Oh, it's a kind of handicraft woven from straw. During the Tour d'Inferno, almost every house in the old oil field hangs them up.
Dá-lhe sol. Bonito.
The pattern looks like a face.
The elders say this is the face of the god of sun and fire, who guides heroes to ignite Cinder Lake and return safely from the hollow. But there's another saying. The upside-down person on the Sunflint is the first overlord of the Motor League.
Such a unique pattern must have a story behind it.
Yup! Actually, this pattern represents the legend of the first overlords. Though the old oil field can still produce oil, did you know the core oil field was swallowed up by a hollow decades?
Wait, isn't oil susceptible to ether corruption?
Isso é interessante.
After the disaster, etheric matter seeped through the underground facilities and oil pumps, ruining the shallow oil reserves. But luckily, the collapse of the only deep drilling facility formed a unique natural gas vent. The burning gas kept the etheric matter from spreading further down.
So the natural gas vent is Cinderglow Lake?
The appearance of Cinder Lake saved everyone's livelihoods in the old oil field. But even with Cinder Lake, we can't rest easy. Natural gas and etheric matter burning together can easily turn into ether crystals building up around the lake. If left unchecked, more and more crystals will build up and eventually block the vent, extinguishing the lake. If that happens, the underground oil will be doomed.
There was a time when Cinder Lake nearly went out. In order to save it, a young man and his friends risked their lives to enter the hollow and blast open an ether crystal using a special spark stone, just like the one in my hand.
A perderneira.
But the hollow was treacherous, and they didn't even have a carrot with them. By the time they reached Cinder Lake, it was almost completely covered with crystals. Out of desperation, the young man rode his bike into the only spot that was still burning in Cinder Lake and managed to ignite it.
So, everyone makes sunflints in memory of his sacrifice.
Oh, Proxy. I never said the first Overlord died there.
It's normal for the proxy to think that way. After all, everyone who went to Cinder Lake with him thought he was dead, but a day later, he miraculously emerged from the hollow alive.
Ele ressurgiu. Como?
Folks say the god of the sun and fire was moved by his bravery, allowing him to be reborn from the flames.
Ah, não, tem coisa estranha ali. Como que ele conseguiu sobreviver? Ele já não tava com cristais de éter pelo corpo?
Since then, the residents have drawn his face in the image of him diving into Cinder Lake on their sunflints. There's even a line from a folk song that goes, "Diving into the fiery sea, the hero returns valiantly."
That's a great story. No wonder it's widely told.
Uh-huh. Kids in the old oil field grew up hearing that story. They used to play games pretending to be the first Overlord in the Tour d'Inferno. Of course, the first Overlord did more than that. After he returned, he gathered all the biker gangs in the old oil field and formed the Motor League. He also made the rule that the Tour d'Inferno would be held every few years to prevent a similar crisis at Cinder Lake.
Yeah, that's why the Tour d'Inferno continues to this day. It's still a feat only the strongest bikers can accomplish, but for us residents, it's become more of a festival.
Proxy, you made it.
Proxy, didn't Caesar say you were just going to meet the mayor? What took you so long?
We saw the sunflints in Blazewood and ended up hearing the legend of the Tour d'Inferno.
So that's why Caesar was so pumped up. After all, that's her favorite story.
Eles são bem parecidas, queridas. Loiras, olhos vermelhos, a pele da mesma cor. Tem que isso até a pele tem, então. Você é meio buchuchuda. Você tá, tipo... Nossa, as bochechas dela são muito mais...
She even said her dream is to become a hero, just like the first Overlord.
If she really wants to be like the first Overlord, she better forget those childish fairy tales fast.
You're not a fan of this legend, Lucy?
It's not that I dislike it, but come on, we're all grown-ups here. We should look at things realistically, don't you think? I mean, the Torrid Inferno only happened a few decades ago. How come it's turned into this huge legend? But using an act of God to spread his story far and wide? The first Overlord must have been pretty smart.
Lucy, Caesar said this kind of old person talk will give you wrinkles.
Nonsense! Don't listen to her lies! I use exfoliating face masks every day. No way I'll get wrinkles. Proxy, you can see it too, right? The Torrid Inferno is less about heroics and more about the first Overlord securing control of the old oil field.
That's a very realistic take. It sounds like something a new Eridu entrepreneur would say.
Wow, Proxy, you're so smart. Lucy is actually from New Eridu.
Ah, então ela é a criança que apareceu no teaser da Caesar?
So you're from the city? What made you give up that life?
It's because I never wanted that kind of life where everything is already laid out for you. Plus, my dad only cares about profits and business.
Exactly. It's different in the Outer Ring, especially in the old oil field. The Motor League is all about freedom and justice.
That's what they say. But to survive, you can't forget about profits and business. Take the Sons of Caledon, for example. Employees need paychecks, vehicles need maintenance, and we need supplies that the city won't sell us. Which means we need connections and money. Proxy, I wasn't just making it up when I said the Overlord's faction is targeting us. The Sons of Caledon have had better rep than the Vanquishers these past few years. So, of course, they're jealous. But the recent bad routes we've been getting have hurt our income, and recruiting new members has been an issue. So, for the future survival of the Sons of Caledon, we have to take the Overlord's title.
It's good to have someone like you helping with the preparations for the Tour d'Inferno.
I knew someone as sharp as Phaethon would get it. Brute strength and passion alone won't get you far.
Confesso que tô me arrependendo de ter te elogiado.
Just watch. It won't be long before I beat Caesar and take the Sons of Caledon from her.
Nossa, que uma risada muito irritante, mano. Sem ofensas à dubladora, eu acho que a intenção foi meio essa.
Lucy, you wouldn't admit it earlier, but it turns out you lost last night.
No, I didn't lose. It was just a momentary truce. After all, prepping for the Torrid Inferno is what's most important now. I can put becoming the boss on the back burner. Proxy, let's talk business. The other Phaethon mentioned this morning that the lack of hollow data in the Outer Ring is affecting your ability to perform in the hollows. So for now, we'll be going into the hollows with you to gather data.
Oh, I also need your help with something. The vehicles for the Tour d'Inferno need some modifications. We need to get a hold of the necessary parts.
Belle, I'm back.
Good job, Wise. Come on, I'll help you set up the HDD.
No need. I just tested the voltage and network speed here. The HDD is working fine. Fairy and Eos are pretty excited to be in the outer ring, but it's a new environment, so it'll take some getting used to.
Let's warm up for the Tour d'Inferno with the work we've got on hand.
All right, Belle. If you're ready, let's get...
Bom, pessoal, acho que foi isso, né? A gente conheceu aqui os filhos de Caledon, principalmente a Burnice. Nossa, que mulher linda. Minha querida, você tem quanto tempo? Não posso dar tiro ainda. Velho, eu perdi o último 50-50 pro Lycan. Agora eu só tenho 10 dias, não, 8 dias pra conseguir minha Burnice. Eu vou ter que rushar bastante aqui nas missões pra conseguir ela. Enfim, galera, obrigado pra você que assistiu até aqui. Deixa o like, se inscreve aí, compartilha com os amigos. Comenta aí se vocês gostaram do vídeo, o que vocês gostariam de ver aqui pro canal. E passa lá no nosso servidor de Discord, galera. A gente tem canais lá de Minecraft, Roblox, Genshin, qualquer tipo de jogo que vocês queiram que eu traga aqui pro canal, ou que vocês simplesmente gostem e queiram jogar com amigos. É só passar lá no Discord. Valeu pra você que assistiu até aqui e falou!